Bob and Art always have this, like brother routine, where one would try and egg on the other or get the other to fall off the track instead of, being the professionals that they are. And Art was determined during one year just to make Bob laugh during every single show. He would try and make Bob laugh. And it worked most of the time.
They're due to win one. On any given Sunday, Robert, on any given Sunday, any team can beat any team. Tampa Bay Bucks, for heaven's sakes, might go to San Francisco and whip them.
Where was it written in your deal that you could touch me during the show? This isn't radio. People see what you do. Okay?
I was watching Annie the other night.
The game coming up Sunday here at Rich Stadium. Now, I don't know how many tickets are you're bad. I don't know how many tickets are remaining for the game, but the crowd this is a game where the crowd is going to have to get into it, much as they did it in the Dallas game. You're bad. Why did I commit myself to doing this? What do you think? The crowd? The crowd will have to help. I'll tell you what. We're going to take a break.
I can pick it up.
No,
I can pick it up. I can pick it up.
We got to fix the phone.
Okay.
Moments that Art and I would have, they were almost comedy sketches after a while. I knew what could trigger him off. He knew what could trigger me off. Much of it was for fun. People would call often and think that we really hated each other. We were really upset with each other.
Oh, boy. When's the next commercial break? He and I are going to duke it out.
I was like a wrestler in high school.
Tackling. Where in all the hell did you see tackling on Saturday? They were throwing body blocks, including Spielman, including Bruce Smith. They did not wrap their arms around him. They were not tackling.
I agree with you. What I said was no pro team tackles in practice during the regular season.
How do you know? You're never out there. He wouldn't even want to call me a co-host. I couldn't become a co-host. Host meant one thing to Bob Kaczynski. Me, the mustachioed marauder. It was fun. I feel it was very, very entertaining. We entertained the callers. And just had a lot of fun and had a lot of good exchanges.
Following up the half-hour antics of Art Wander was Vic Carucci, the then Buffalo News Bills beat reporter and now editor of NFL Insider magazine, who stopped by to analyze the week in NFL football.
I always saw my role on Fan Forum as being the guy who would bring credibility back to the show when Art Wander left the set. It was tough because you listen to Art and I'd laugh along with everybody else. But then I'd get on there with Bob, and we'd get to some serious football discussion. But there was that transition period. It was real tough to settle Bob down. Then I had to settle down, and we got it done.
Is another one in the works?
The Bob Kaczynski story, absolutely.
Which hopefully we're going to...
I think it's going to be big.
My diary's going well from each day that you told me to start keeping that.
I'll tell you what, the stuff, and it's sexier than a lot of stuff you see from players and coaches. It's really, you've lived a full life.
I think the Bob Kaczynski story would be a big hit in Cheektowaga.
Time after time on Fan Forum, Bob would ask me about writing his book. I've co-authored several sports autobiographies through the years, and he'd say, when are you going to do my book? When are you going to do my book? And, I'd really like to do it. In the back of my mind, I said, this would be a wonderful book, get the real inside look at sports television in Western New York and the inside on Empire, what really goes on at the Empire Sports Network. But after Niagara Falls, who's going to read the thing? I finally, that clip reminded me about this book that I was working on, and I changed the title. I came up with a new title. It's called The Man Behind the Mustache, and I said there was a lot of sexy stuff, and Bob, here it is, and I just want you to, have that. And that's what I came up with.